I just spent 15 minutes talking to a camera that wasn't recording. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from VapingWithThesis. That's right, God bless it. Now, look, today we have got the Steam Crave PWM Titan mod. This bad motherfucker right here has been phenomenal. With that being said, though, take 2 seconds, hit the like button, hit the notification button, and below, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Today's comment question of the day is this: would you rather lose an arm or would you rather lose a leg? Solid question, in my opinion. With that being said, my Ninja Kitties, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Juan Castillo. I just found out that he got into a car accident, him and his wife, and I know that it was a pretty bad car accident. With that being said, thoughts, prayers. I know that's such an overused cliche, but that's the truth. My thoughts and prayers go out to you, homie. I hope all is good. I hope all is well, and that everything gets sorted out, especially with your health, and then of course vehicles and all that kind of good stuff. I know that those situations can be terrible. With that being said, may God be with you guys. I want to see you guys healthy as fuck. With that being said, I'll throw his Instagram handle up here. Bam! Give him some love. If there's any time that he needs it, it'd be right the fuck now. Let's show him the vape community and NinjaMilitia gives a fuck. Okay, smother truckers, I hope each and every one of you had a happy Halloween, fun time, lots of candy and lots of chocolates. Fuck dark chocolate, by the way, that shit's gross. With that being said, fuck the small talk. Let's go and get up close and personal with the Steam Crave Titan. Okay, smother truckers, now peep game, son. Today we have got the Steam Crave Titan. Holy shit, this thing is a monster, not only in fucking size, but in power. Mother truckers, now real quick, if you have not done so, hit the like button, hit the notification button, comment below, all that sort of good stuff. That shit means a lot to the channel. It's basically YouTube's funky ass algorithm. Let's go ahead and dive into the Steam Crave, son. Now let's check out the box itself. There's the front, there's the side, there's the back, here's the other side. We got the backaroons right there. Steam Crave proprietary pulse width modulation. That's what PWM stands for, by the way. It looks like a sine wave. If you've ever seen audio, something like in Pro Tools and fucking Fruit Loops, whatever the fuck you may use, or maybe you don't use it. If you just Google, type in sine wave, that's basically what pulse width modulation is. Turning it off, turning it on non-stop. Okay, so go and just open this bitch up. P.S. Sorry about the thumb. I know it's ugly, but I almost chopped the son of a bitch off using the fucking knife the incorrect way, and it looks way worse than what it is. It's just gross looking because there's super glue all over it. Fucking hate these boxes. They need to have cutouts on the sides. Now I opened it up being kind of a smartass. This is literally all you get. The box, the mod, and that is it. No batteries, no micro USB, no none of that kind of good stuff. This is literally it. This is by far and away the simplest way you can possibly get a device. That's it. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just go ahead and take a look at the size. The size is as follows. Turn the power on the micrometer, open her up. She is not a small device. 40, of course, by 40 it continues because it's basically a square in that way, except for we do have fucking over 4 inches of goddamn mod. That is insane. 110 millimeters. But I will say that it's much more comfortable in the hand than something like the Hammer of God. Let's go and do a size comparison with the Hog real quick. This is the Hog V4. If you didn't see the review, I'll drop a link in the description. Bam! Right there. This is the Hammer of God, and this is the Steam Crave Titan. Look at that shit. This is a gorgeous power couple, and I will be giving these bad boys away on the Patreon page as well. And it probably won't happen till around holiday season, maybe Christmassy time, something along those lines. Bitches! Now real quick, let's just go ahead and see how simple this bad boy is. I'm gonna open up the battery door by just sliding this little latch right there. Pop the batteries out. Take a look on the inside. I do like how it's labeled. Very large, very clear. You can see it. There's no guesswork. I like that shit. All billet aluminum. This thing is light as fuck without any batteries in it. This is the little latch door, and of course that is going to be spring loaded on the inside. All Phillips head screws except for these here are going to be your Allen heads. And I don't want you guys to think that those Phillips heads are actually positive signs. They are not. Look down here to find your orientation of your batteries. Now, a couple of things that I did notice while using this device, of course, just like any other billet aluminum device or aluminum device in general, there are some sharp edges, and I don't like the fact that that exists. If your wraps on your batteries are not perfect, and I mean fucking flawless, do not use this device. Use rewraps on your batteries if you have to, but with that being said, make sure you check your batteries on a constant basis. Okay, so let's go ahead and load her up quick. The way that you're going to close it is find either one of those notches on the sides. It doesn't matter which side you want to do it on, whether it's this side or this side, either way it's going to work. Boom. And it's in there. Shows up as Steam Crave, and then of course you got your voltage. Now this is a little bit more old school. Nowadays the adjustability is in watts. It doesn't really matter, you're still adjusting power, but usually in mods in this era, all show up as watts as your primary and then your voltage as secondary. This one is kind of switched around. It does show each set of batteries. This is ran in parallel and series, meaning 2 batteries are run in parallel and then all 4 are run in series. So it's essentially like having 2 banks of separate batteries being added together to get the voltage and wattage that you want. Now the 510 deck is decent, however it is super simple. It's just that perfect little square there. And then of course this is a semi-adjustable or semi-spring-loaded 510. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be spring-loaded, but it does have a nice solid squish to it. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this FP RTA on top because of course it does match perfectly. This is a 30mm RTA and it fucking looks sexy as hell on there. Look at that. Woo! Now, a big thing with this device comparative to something like the Hammer of God that I was just showing you guys is that this is not only regulated, but it's fairly well protected. It's got full safe protections like low voltage, short circuit, overtime protection, over current, the whole 9 yards, over discharge protection, over temperature protection, battery polarity protection. So if you throw your batteries in the wrong direction, you should be fine. Granted, don't do it. Don't even fucking test it. Just know that it's there if and you need it. So that's really about it. In terms of the chip, we got 300 watts or 300 maximum watts, I should say, and it's adjusted by simply moving the fire button like a wheel. So as we adjust that, it goes all the way up to 8.4 and then adjust it back down to 1 volt. I'm gonna bring this bad boy back up to around 5 volts, which I think equals to be about 75 or 80. There we go, 79 watts. Hit that button. Perfection. Now the way to lock the voltage is like this, 1, 2, 3. And of course we got volts locked. Now the downside about the firing button, in my opinion, is going to be that it does protrude quite a bit. And of course with anything like that in your pocket, you do run the risk of accidentally firing it. Now it does have an overtime protection. I don't think that's going to guarantee that your cotton's not going to get burnt, but your mod itself should be fine. 45 amps maximum input, and then of course 60 amps maximum output. Now my experience with this bad boy has been excellent. I don't have any complaints to think of. I do like all of the safety features built into the chip, as well as on the bottom you see the venting holes, and then right there. Gorgeous. Little things like that I look for. Now of course this isn't going to be something you want to drop. I have dropped it. None of the batteries fell out. The battery door did not open. However, with something this heavy, I'm not going to give it a shot again. I don't want to run the risk of breaking this till I can get it to somebody else on the Patreon page. So with that being said, everything's been working great. The only downside with this button that I can think of is you'll see a little chip on the chrome right at the bottom. Right there, you see that? That little black mark. That kind of disappointed me a bit, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Bitch, it's okay, some other truckers. Now with that being said, let's go and get back to regular view, son. Welcome back to regular view. My final summation is this: the Steam Crave PWM Titan, in my humble opinion, is fucking flawless. It's not for everybody. Okay, here's everybody. This is who it's for. It's this tiny little niche. 300 watts. Not everybody's gonna be rocking 300 watts. It's the same kind of person that buys a Lamborghini and then drives it to work. You feel me? It doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense for everybody to have it, but at the price point, you can't go wrong. It's kind of like buying a Lamborghini for like $60,000. Who's gonna say no to that? You know what I'm saying? This is a super inexpensive device for what you're getting. No temp control, no fucking curve, no none of that bullshit. It is what it is, and that's my favorite part. It's simplicity at its finest. It's meant to do one thing. It's meant to heat up your atomizer extremely quickly, as well as to an insane fucking temperature. That's it. It does exactly what they say it's gonna do, and that I respect. The 510 on it's not fancy. The 510 deck, there's really no 510 deck to speak of. The one downside, of course, is that button. It protrudes, so you're probably gonna hit it in your pocket, though I haven't done so since I've owned it. As long as you keep the button facing forward or facing back, it's gonna be fine. If you put it in your pocket, with the outside of your pocket like this, when you walk, it's probably gonna hit it. It's probably gonna end up by either firing in your pocket and or locking and unlocking the fucking bolts. 2 colors, silver and then of course black. That's the one you see here. Look at the design factor on it. It doesn't seem to be, I don't know, designed outside of a fucking rectangle. It kind of is what it is. I like it. I fucking like it. But at the price point, I think I paid 120 bucks, 130 bucks on eBay. I didn't get the combo because at the time there were almost none available, so I just figured I'd get what I can get. No, it was under 100 bucks. It was fucking 90 bucks. I got it for 90 bucks shipped, which is fucking awesome. That is badass. You can get the COD condom. You can get the combo with the Steam Crave Atomizer or the Steam Crave RTA. I'm not a fan of Steam Crave's RTAs. I've never had one that I liked. The Aromamizer was garbage in my opinion. The big Aromamizer was amazing for 2 tanks, for two fills. Once I rebuilt it after that, never get it to wick right ever again. So not a fan of Steam Crave's atomizers. Could I be wrong? Could I be sitting here fucking missing out on an amazing atomizer, the new ones? Probably. But at the same time, once you fuck me twice, I'm not gonna buy another one. Woo! Now their biggest claim that it fires in under 25 milliseconds, I would actually say the complete opposite. It feels like it takes for fucking ever to hit. Now, of course, it is dependent upon the resistance on your atomizer. That's fucking goes without saying, but it doesn't matter which atomizer I have on it. Could be a sub-ohm tank, it could be a RTA, could be a RDA, and I've had resistance ranges between 0.15 all the way up to almost 0.7 ohms. Fucking A, it shouldn't take that long to hit a 0.7 ohm atomizer. It just shouldn't, but it does. Goodness gracious, but when it does hit, it's fucking like a freight train. 300 watts for 90 bucks, not fucking bad at all whatsoever. But if you've got some big ass RTAs like this FP RTA, you can't go wrong. You just can't. Now on Thesis's patented finger of copper building scale, I'm gonna give this bad bitch an 8.9. Reason why it's so high is because they only set out to do one thing: sheer power, parallel series situation, and fucking and bigness. It's unapologetically unpractical, or impractical rather. That is something that impresses me. I like that. I like impractical pieces like this. I just do. You're talking to somebody who's a fan of the Hammer of God. Not everybody liked that shit. I fucking loved it. This, not everybody's gonna like the size, not everybody's gonna like how big it is. I like impractical mods like this. It's just fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? Amazing. Bitch, it's okay, mother truckers. Now with that being said, I want to tell each and every one of you that I appreciate you. I appreciate the time you took to watch this video. Go ahead and leave a link in the description. That doesn't make any sense. Leave a link in the description. That doesn't make... I gotta stop. It's been a long fucking day. Okay, mother truckers. Now with that being said, I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out.